If you have any shred of humanity in you at all, and this video came across your timeline and you weren't disgusted, there's something wrong with you.
Just like that creator said, if this video doesn't get you riled up, I don't know what to say. Maybe you're genuinely not human at all. This video that you're about to watch is a video showing the reflection of what too many Black women go through in the healthcare settings. Don't forget that Black women have been talking about this for years now. When I came across this video, I was riled up because no, just take a look at this.
Fuck! When's your due date? Ah, right now! Is your due date September 11th? Ah! What? How many times have you been pregnant? 3! This is your 3rd pregnancy? Yes! You have 2 babies? It's in my ass!
As you guys clearly can see, that is a Black woman in labor and that is a nurse in the room with her. That woman gave birth 12 minutes after they recorded that video, after the session with the nurse, asking her, questioning her when her due date was, when she was actually right in labor, right in front of her, the child being in her house, her screaming, and she still asking her if this is her first child, and she responding even while in pain. This woman showed absolutely no care for the life of this woman and the life of that unborn child. How can you be so cruel? If you know that you're going to have selective empathy or you're going to be selective about the people that you care about, might as well just resign. Like literally. This is so infuriating. When I saw that video, that woman was almost popping out and this lady was asking her relevant questions. I don't know if you guys heard the question that she was asking this lady, right? She was asking this woman when her due date was, how many kids she has got, like something so irrelevant. I do not think they are supposed to even be talking to that woman at all. She was supposed to be helping her. She's not even on bed yet. And the baby is in her house. And this woman was just so calm, like so freaking calm. She wasn't moving. Like no hands of urgency, no care in the world. Like why exactly? And I'm asking, if he happens to be a palm colored person, is this still going to be the same thing? Because no, this is absolutely crazy. It is crazy. People are not having it at all. They are calling her out, calling out the hospital, calling every single person that needs to be called because this woman needs to get justice. Let's get into it.
I don't see this getting enough attention, so we're gonna go ahead and just get straight to the point. This is Nurse LaCrista Vaughn. LaCrista works at Dallas Regional Medical Center in Mesquite, Texas, and the other day she had a woman in the triage room and she had no type of sense of urgency whatsoever. Mind you, this patient was clearly in pain, and you can even hear in her tone of voice that she just did not care whatsoever. I'm going to insert a snippet of the video that I saw so you guys can take a look.
Fuck! When's your due date? Ah, right now! Is your due date September 11th? Ah! What? How many times have you been pregnant?
Now, as y'all saw from the clip, she showed no type of empathy and no type of sense of urgency whatsoever. In fact, the way she was even asking the questions, she sounded more annoyed than anything. When is your due date? How many times have you been pregnant? Like, she sounded like this was something that just annoyed the crap out of her. And when you go through her social media posts, which is all public, by the way, she constantly makes jokes like this right here. And then to top it all off, the hospital itself has horrible reviews. So you would think that with those horrible reviews, they would be on the employees to try and turn their brand around. But instead, you have comments being left like these right here. And the craziest part about this is that before anyone assumes that, okay, these are just spam comments after this event took place, it's not. A lot of these comments are from 5 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 11 months ago. And what's really bad is the fact that she's even been mentioned in a lot of those reviews, and somehow she's still employed there. LaCrista, if you see this, I just think that it is disgusting how you can post stuff like this and yet you don't own up to it. You're not a good person.
My father lost his mother at 16 years old due to medical malpractice while she was pregnant with a set of twins. She walked into a hospital and never returned home to her children. When I saw the video of this white nurse ignoring the pain of this woman that is clearly in labor, in active labor, I was absolutely disgusted. Not only was that sister's information already in the system because she was due to be induced that day, but this nurse, who people have identified as LaCrista Vaughn, nonchalantly handled this woman during this emergency, to which she literally delivered her son 12 minutes after. And for those who say that this is not about race, it is always about race, especially when it comes to Black people and especially when it comes to Black women in the medical system. The maternal mortality for Black women is 10 times higher than any other demographic in the United States of America. There are still racial biases that assumes that Black people can handle a higher threshold of pain to where we are not tended to, nor giving the proper care or medication to mitigate that pain. This book by Harriet A. Washington called Medical Apartheid literally details the history of medical experimentation on Black Americans in the United States. And also talk about how a lot of gynecological practices and advancements were as a result of testing Black women's bodies without medication or anesthesia. For me, it is not enough that LaCrista Vaughn loses her job. But white folks, it is time for y'all to stand up and stand within the gaps, because Black folks have been yelling into the void. It is evident that our screams, our cries, our hurt goes unheard. Y'all have the opportunity to actually advocate and stand up against things that are blatantly wrong and racist. Do something.
Of course, I've seen the video. Anytime a woman who's very pregnant is in the ER, triage, labor and delivery, or in an ambulance, and she says the famous words, "I think I have to poop," the Duramax gets to squeezing, you just hear sneakers going, Any nurse knows that means that baby is probably trying to come out. This was a horrific example of medical abuse and gaslighting. That nurse was doing what I've seen dozens of nurses do, which is use this mechanical, condescending voice, providing no care, so when that patient complains, they can go, "I was just doing my job. I was just following hospital policy." She knew what she was doing. That was horrible and horrific. And I would just encourage anyone who would like to make content on this horrific example of abuse, does not use images of this poor woman. Say what you have to say. You don't need to screen record her being abused and completely traumatized. I hope that mom is recovering well, and shame, because enough people know what this nurse is doing and they don't care enough to say something. Shame.
Black women are significantly more likely to pass away from childbirth or childbirth-related complications, in part due to nurses like this.
Who's your doctor?
The nurse didn't even look in her direction as this woman is screaming that she's in pain and literally saying that she feels it in her ass. As soon as a woman says she feels a baby in her ass, she about to push. The fact that she gave birth 12 minutes after the fact, mind you, due to the stress that mom and baby went through, the baby was born with their eyes open. The baby was born with the amniotic fluid being green, and the baby was born with meconium in its eye. The baby pooped. Still in mom, and mom didn't even get the chance to get an IV in before she gave birth. Anyone with a brain in healthcare knows that when a pregnant woman, especially one that is full term, comes to the ER, they're going straight to labor and delivery, no questions asked. So the fact that you kept this woman in the ER, first of all, back up, because let me tell you what they said the story was. The woman who posted that video is the mother of the woman that was in labor. The mother said that the woman called the hospital because she was supposed to get induced that day, but they didn't have no beds for her. So then she called them later on that day because they said they would call her when they had a bed, but she called them because her water broke. When she told them that her water broke, they told her to come to the hospital. So the hospital was expecting her to come. Now, I don't know about the hospitals that y'all gave birth at, but the hospital that I gave birth in, if you were getting induced, that you were supposed to go to the ER and they were going to wheel you to labor and delivery. And that's exactly what they did. They went to the ER thinking that she was going to get wheeled to labor and delivery. And when they got there, the nurses told them to go park somewhere else. And the mother was like, huh? So then she goes and parks where they told her to park. And then she comes in and she's like, okay, like, can we get like a wheelchair? Can we get assistance or anything? And the nurses are like, the wheelchairs are over there. You can go get one. And she's like, you're not going to come with us? And the nurse told her, no. Like, no. The mother's in disbelief because her daughter's literally screaming that she's in so much pain and that she feels it in her ass. Like she was literally about to give birth. She was already crowning and didn't even know. The daughter's in so much pain that she can barely get words out. And she's asking them, like she's pleading, can you please get me to OB? Can you have an OB come get me something? And the intake nurses are like, no, we have to do our paperwork first. We have to do our intake first. Like as if they can't wait. Like as if you can't do that at the bedside. This woman could have bled out. The baby could have had serious complications. Like there was so much that could have gone wrong with this just because of this nurse's negligence. The nurse's name in the video is LaCrista Vaughn, and this isn't the first time that LaCrista's been caught committing medical racism in 4K.
Going back in the building, man. We got it.
I'm gonna wait right here with my boyfriend.
All right.
You can go ahead and turn your phone off too, please.
I can record. I'm in a public place.
Recording everything that you're doing. So.
That's fine. That's fine. All right.
Yeah, look at the treatment.
In that video, the patient that they were mishandling was a patient that was having seizures, and that's how they were treating him. And the girlfriend of the patient felt uncomfortable with how her boyfriend was being treated, so she started recording. And here goes LaCrista telling her to turn her phone off. Why are you worried about it if you're not doing anything wrong? It's because you know you're doing this It's because you know you're doing this man wrong. Those are just things that we've seen on camera. Imagine what we haven't seen and how she deals with her patients on a day-to-day basis. Sadly, those aren't the only Black people complaining about Dallas Regional Medical Center as well.
Hey, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
Medical racism is real and it kills Black people every single day. And these healthcare professionals that are committing medical racism need to be held accountable because they're not upholding their oath and they're treating people a certain type of way just off of hatred. And that's disgusting because you're in the wrong field for that. LaCrista needs to be investigated and that license of hers needs to be snatched, but not just LaCrista, but Dallas Regional Medical Center, period. Because she wasn't the only nurse that neglected that lady that night. Everyone needs to be held accountable. As a Black woman who's also given birth, I have a horrible labor and delivery and mother-baby experience as well. And now that I'm in nursing school and I'm learning about the things that I went through, the nurses neglected me bad, like extremely. Like it's crazy how you don't realize what's happening to you until like you could learn about it after the fact. And it's like, yo, like these healthcare professionals really did me crazy. Like they really do Black people in healthcare disgusting. I feel so bad for this woman because I know she's traumatized. Unfortunately, her baby came out with some complications. Thankfully, her and her baby are okay overall, but that baby shouldn't have had meconium in their eye. That baby shouldn't have been born with their eyes open. That baby should not have had green amniotic fluid. All that is because those nurses were negligent and they all need to be held accountable, period.
Was at a most vulnerable state, and she was in the room with a nurse who is obsessed with being in control. Like literally, you can just tell that she has been waiting for moments like that all her life. Moments like that are what get her fulfilled. There is no sane human who is supposed to be that extremely calm, lack of care in situation where a patient is literally telling you that the baby is in her house. She's not even on the bed. She was wearing a tight. Like what she was wearing is something that is comfortable for someone to even give birth in. You will never see someone who wants to give birth putting on short. You can tell that she has not been attended to at all. And she gave birth 12 minutes after. And the update that I saw following that video stated that that baby, I think they said that the baby had pooped inside of her, and they said there was something in the baby's eye. I can't really remember the medical term for it, but they were mentioning about 3 to 4 things that were wrong by the time that baby was born, just because this nurse decided to neglect this woman and care so much about if this is her first time of having a baby or not, just so she can know if she's familiar with the pain and if she can go on and ignore her while she deals with her pain. And the truth is, our story is not even rare. Black women have been talking about this for years. We have had so many stories, several stories of how, the pain of Black women is minimized, their voice is dismissed, and their life are literally put at risk. And this, I believe, is rooted in the dangerous stereotype that Black women are strong enough to undo more pain, or that they are being dramatic. And one thing for sure, these stereotypes have killed so many Black women. According to one article that I read, they said that Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. These are not just numbers, these are lived experiences, just like this very video that is going viral. And what is even worse is the dynamic of control. This nurse believes that she has power in that room, and instead of using her power to offer care, compassion, support, she uses it to withhold this. You can say say you're in healthcare if you actually do not care? You are only showing up for some patients and not others, because that is not just bad, that is clear discrimination. Healthcare people are supposed to protect life and not play gatekeepers to empathy based on race or bias. That video was very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. And I want to hear what you guys think about that clip and what you think about that nurse as well. Let me hear what you think about the questions that she was asking the woman who is about to pop out a child. Like, I want to know what you guys think about the questions that she was asking her in the comment section, and I am going to see you guys in the next one.